The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Dorothy was a little girl who lived in a small gray house on the great Kansas prairie. She lived with her Aunt Em, Uncle Henry, and a small black dog named Toto. The land was flat and dry, and the wind blew almost every day. There were no trees, no flowers, and no bright colors anywhere. Dorothy loved Toto very much because he made her laugh when everything else looked sad. One afternoon, the sky turned dark and heavy clouds began to roll across the land. Uncle Henry looked worried and said, "A cyclone is coming." Aunt Em shouted, "Quick, Dorothy, run to the cellar." But before Dorothy could reach the door, the house began to shake and lift off the ground. The wind carried the little house high into the air, spinning and turning like a leaf. Dorothy held Toto tightly and closed her eyes. She felt the house rise higher and higher until she was too scared to move. Then everything became quiet, and the house floated softly like a balloon. Hours passed. Dorothy and Toto fell asleep. When Dorothy woke up, the house was no longer moving. She opened the door and stepped outside. Everything around her was full of color and light. The grass was bright green, the sky was deep blue, and the air smelled sweet like flowers. She saw small people with round faces, wearing blue and white clothes. One of them said, "Welcome to the land of Oz. You have killed the Wicked Witch of the East." Dorothy was shocked. "I didn't mean to kill anyone," she said. "Your house landed on her," the little man replied kindly. Then a beautiful lady dressed in white appeared. "I am Glinda, the Good Witch of the North," she said gently. "You are safe now, my dear child." Glinda pointed to Dorothy's silver shoes. "Take these. They are magic. Keep them with you." Dorothy thanked her and asked, "How can I go home to Kansas?" Glinda said, "Only the Great Wizard of Oz can help you. You must follow the yellow brick road to the Emerald City." "Follow the yellow brick road," repeated the little people, smiling. Dorothy said goodbye and started walking with Toto. The road went through green fields and quiet forests. Soon, Dorothy saw a scarecrow standing in a cornfield. His face was made of cloth, and his hat was old and dusty. "Good day," said Dorothy politely. "Good day," said the scarecrow, surprising her. "Can you talk?" she asked. "Yes," he said, "but I have no brain, so I can't think." Dorothy felt sorry for him. "I'm going to the Emerald City to see the wizard," she said. "Maybe he can give you a brain." "Do you think he would?" asked the scarecrow. "I'm sure he would," said Dorothy. "Then I'll go with you," said the scarecrow happily. They started walking together down the yellow road. The sun was warm, and the birds sang above them. The scarecrow told funny stories, and Dorothy laughed for the first time since the storm. In the forest, they heard a strange sound, clink, clank, clink. They looked around and saw a man made of tin holding an axe. "Please oil my joints," he said softly. I have been standing here for a year." Dorothy found an oil can nearby and helped him move again. "Thank you," said the Tin Woodman. "I can move my arms now." "Where are you going?" asked the Scarecrow. "We are going to the wizard to ask for a brain," said Dorothy. "And I shall ask him for a heart," said the Tin Woodman. "I wish to love, but I have no heart." Dorothy smiled. "Come with us." The Tin Woodman joined the group, and they walked together. The forest was dark and full of noises, but they stayed close to each other. Suddenly, a loud roar shook the air. A big lion jumped onto the road in front of them. Toto barked bravely, but Dorothy shouted, "Don't hurt him!" The lion looked ashamed. "I am a coward," he said. "I only pretend to be brave." Dorothy said kindly, "We are going to the wizard. Maybe he can give you courage." "Do you think he would?" asked the lion. "Of course," said the Scarecrow. "He gives everything." The lion smiled. "Then I will join you." So the four friends, Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion, walked together to the Emerald City. They helped each other when the road was rough and rested under big trees when they were tired. They became true friends. Finally, they saw the Emerald City shining in the distance. Its walls were bright green and sparkled in the sunlight. Guards wearing green uniforms opened the gates for them. They were amazed by the beauty of the city. Everything inside was green, the houses, the lamps, even the clothes. The friends met the great wizard, who at first appeared as a giant head. "What do you want?" asked the wizard. Dorothy said, "Please send me home to Kansas." The Scarecrow said, "Please give me a brain." The Tin Woodman said, "Please give me a heart." The lion said, "Please give me courage." The wizard thought for a long time. Then he said, "You already have what you asked for. You only needed to believe it." The Scarecrow realized he had been clever many times. The Tin Woodman felt love and kindness in his chest. The lion had protected his friends bravely. Dorothy smiled and thanked the wizard. Glinda, the good witch, came again and said, "You can go home now, Dorothy. Just close your eyes and click your silver shoes 3 times." Dorothy hugged her friends goodbye. "I'll miss you all," she said softly. She closed her eyes, clicked her heels, and whispered, "Take me home." A warm wind lifted her gently, and everything turned gray again. When she opened her eyes, she was back in Kansas. Uncle Henry was working outside, and Aunt Em ran to hug her. "Oh, Aunt Em, I'm so glad to be home," cried Dorothy. Toto barked happily, and the sun shone on the quiet prairie. Dorothy smiled and said, "There's no place like home."